there, welcome to Xposed. I'm Sarah, your host for a mere half hour, so won't you join us for the duration of the show. Our long-awaited guest has a voice that's distinguished throughout the Indian community as that of the infamous Mukesh. To get to know him a little better, let's introduce Mr. Devindra Pooran.
Hi, nice to see you.
Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence on Xposed. We're so thrilled to have you on the show.
You're welcome.
Now, to give a bite of just about who you are to our audience, let's get a few questions straightened out here. You are a native.
Well, I was born in Guyana, and for those of you who don't know where is Guyana, if you remember the history, way back in the 70s where Jim Jones went and settled down and he had that cult and it was a major disaster eventually. That was Guyana. I'm not from the cult though, but from the same country.
Now, how did you get your start in the music industry?
From a tender age, I started singing in school, concerts, mandirs, churches, and wherever you go at home. Sometimes you just reach a friend and they say, sing a song, you start singing. And they will pick at me. They find that talent in me from those days. And that's where I took it from. From then on, I continued in concerts. I joined a local band, started playing music more than singing. Okay. And then I concentrate on singing.
Okay. Well, now, not always does your hobby usually pay the bills. So, other than that, what did you do as a...
In Guyana?
Yes.
I was a public health inspector and also an inspector of food and drugs for most of my life.
Wow.
In the East Bank, Esquibio, and West Amara region.
So totally different. You're on one side an inspector, and then the other you have the hobby is the music. Well, that happens with a lot of people. So you've competed in, you've entered into lots of competitions over the years.
I did since in my late teens, not early teens. Since in my late teens, I've started singing in national competitions in Guyana. In those days, the biggest competition was held by Mahasabha, and they had it at that big GCC ground.
Somewhere in Georgetown.
In Georgetown.
Yeah.
It's a big, national park.
Okay.
They had it in National Park once every year. They had it. And from then on, I took it.
Okay.
The first time I remember I went there, one of my friends who was a comedian then, Mani Hanif, he said, Devindra, come, let's take you. I said, I can't win this competition. I'm just a kid among all these seasoned singers. Yeah. He said, you don't have to win. Just come for the exposure. Next year you'll win. I said, okay. But not knowing, I won it that first time. And since then I keep winning.
And what happened?
Until about 4 years in a row I won it. And then the president, Mr. U. Bharat, I remember, he called me at work one day and he said, Devindra, I want to ask you a favor. I said, what it is? Could you stay out of the competition this year? You've been winning every year, and nobody else is getting a chance to win this competition. So I said, okay, what do you mean? Anybody else who won before me will sing in this competition? He said, no, he wanted to leave it open for people who never won the competition. And then and there I said, can I enter my brother in this competition? His name is David Rampasad.
Yeah.
And I entered his name, and surprisingly, he went and he won the competition.
So you kept it in the family.
It stayed in the family.
Wow. So have you found places like that, the open arenas and like you've had in Guyana, as you've moved over to the United States?
You know what remind me of those concerts in the big open parks? Every time we have a Pagua celebration and we end up at Smoky Park, it always reminds me of those days. Also, on Diwali time, I usually go at Lake Eola in Orlando and do shows. That's a beautiful open place also. The stage is on built over the lake, and it's like sprawling land around with chairs, and people sit down there and listen to you with trees and shelters. It's a romantic scene also. It's very entertaining. And you know Orlando is always a nice area to hang out.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially now.
Yeah, with the cold weather that we are having here. So was the songs that you sing back then, Indian music or English, or did you have a
Back then, in
combination?
those days, beginning from Guyana,
Yes.
in those days I started singing English songs,
Oh.
mainly country songs. Those are the songs I love, and those are the songs. Growing up, you probably, I don't know, I had a guitar with a few strings, and that's how I
Not all six.
started. You never get all six.
Well, just to reminisce on those songs back in the days, we want to share with our audience one of those type of music that you sing. So we'll take a break. We do hope you continue watching actually, and enjoy this song that he's going to perform for us.
Sure.
Whenever I've a chance to meet some old friends on the street, they wonder how does a man get to be this way. I've always got a smiling face, anytime on any place, and every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning and love her like a devil when you get back home. The people may try to guess the secret of a happiness, but some of them never learn. It's a simple thing. I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love, and the answer is in this song I will always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning and love her like a devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning and love her like a devil when you get back home.
Thank you for staying with us as we have our featured guest in the studio today with us is Devindra Pooran, and we do hope you've enjoyed that number. It's an English song, and I'm sure many of you are singing along with it. Now, we'll mix things up a little, and not only do you sing English music, you've also been known as the infamous Mukesh, who is an Indian singer. So, how many times can you remember in your lifetime that you've been referred to as Mukesh?
Always. I can't count how many times. Always. Whenever you reach someone from someplace and they never heard you sing, they look at you and say, were you really singing there? That's some of the questions. Some of the people from India who has listened to my tape, they took it all over and play it, and they wonder if it is really true, if this man who sings here is a non-Indian, if he's from the Caribbean, a place totally different that speaks different language and so forth.
Why? Oh, do you know why they would think this?
Well, India is a well-populated country, and I would imagine if they have somebody to sing as close as Mukesh, they would find someone easier than find one in just and less 1 million people from Guyana.
Okay.
And that's their roots. That's what everybody does in India. They should have, I think.
Yes. Well,